welcome to Illusionist. My name is Daniel Chard and this is the DC production. Okay, so I'm going to give the deck a few cuts like so. Now, I'm not very good at Magic myself, so I use two assistants to help me locate certain cards. In this case, the Jokers. Now, if we take those face down like so, I'm going to use these to help me locate some special cards. So the first one with a wave, we get the Ace. If I place these on the deck like so, place that down here with a snap, we get the 2. I'm going to place those off to the side like this. And you've heard of the expression Jokers are wild, so if I take them and place them on top of each other like this and wave, you instantly get the 3 and the 4. So I'm going to place those just here. And if we cut the deck, we can make the 2 Jokers return if they snap off the fingers. Just place those off to the side. So as we've built some momentum, I'll try and locate the 5. Now the 5 should be roughly in the center of the deck like so, so I'm going to swing cut those. That should be the 5 there. But what's interesting about that, right next to that should also be the 6. And if we flip those over and snap, so then you instantly get the 7 and the 8. Give the deck a few little cuts like so. The 9 should be roughly in the middle of the deck like so, so for just a little wave. You should see one card comes out. And the next card, if we give a few cuts, should jump from the deck like so. Now the Jack, we need to finish with a royal finish. You've got up to the 10 like so. The Jack cut should be right here. If I snap my fingers like this, that's when you instantly get the Jack, Queen, and King. So you have the Jack, Queen, and King. So the Jokers have helped me locate successfully every single card of the spade suit, which I think you agree is a pretty impressive feat. However, this was a slight lie. I wasn't just locating these cards, I was also arranging every other card in the deck, so now you have every card in sequential order: Ace to King of Hearts, Ace to King of Clubs, and the Ace to King of Diamonds. And that is how we roll. Okay, here is the explanation to the DC suit production. So the order you want the 2 Jokers off to the side, so I'll speak through the entire setup. You have the deck in new deck order, so you have Ace through to King of every suit. The one I used just for the performance in this case was Spades, so just to conform, we'll do that again. So the rest of the deck, just you turn face down like so. And then the setup from the bottom upwards, you have the King face up. You have the 4 face up, and then you place everything like so. So the only 2 cards that are face up are the 4 and the King, and then everything is good to go. You can do it with a named suit, and you can do those reverses on the fly if you feel confident. Personally, I don't think it matters too much, just through doing the routine enough. They're just surprised at the initial productions. And then you place the Jokers face to face on top of the deck, and everything is good to go. So the first thing you're going to do is just a range of false cuts, false shuffles that are 100% fully false, just to retain the deck in its order. So the production I use to produce the Jokers is Leonard Green's Top Shot, which can be found in this volume 1 of his DVD series. I'll give you a brief explanation now. So I start with a strong grip between the left thumb and the left index finger like so. So what happens at this point, I apply a lot of pressure with these 2 fingers down like so. Now this is an incredibly knacky move, and it'll probably take a while to get the acquired knack. So what happens is I pull these fingers extend naturally out of the way, and then the pinky pulls down and outwards, causing that card to fly off. So you apply a lot of pressure downwards like so, and then these fingers move out of the way, and the left finger pulls this card down, similar to like a Cardini change, and almost falls off, so the card flies over. And what's going to happen with repeated practice, so to start off with, it will start to go like so, and you will get the acquired knack that eventually, when you keep firing the card off like so, it will start to get a little bit further, and then the hardest part I find with the Top Shot itself is just catching the card like this, and then you've got the production of the Jokers. Now you can, there are different ways you can sort of produce them. You can start off with the cards face to face. You can double undercut one to the bottom to show the first one, like so, and then you can do any form of flourishy cut to produce the card, or like an Aaron Fisher pop-out move, whichever you like. So at least then you've got the cards like so, and we'll place those off to one side, and you're ready to produce. So before I go into the original routine, I'll just do a few double undercuts just to keep the cards in order. You're now going to produce the ace. So I get a break under the top card like so. The typical break I use, if you apply pressure with your left thumb like so on the deck, you see this card will pop upwards. And I pop the pinky in like so. Then I flash the jokers front and back just to show them like this. I place one and toss that over like so, keeping it on the break with the 2 cards here. And then take the 3rd card and place that like so. So at this point you've got a break with the 2 jokers and the ace like this. You're now going to do a standard sandwich load where you lift off with your right middle finger and thumb like this, and take the top joker underneath and place that underneath the packet like so. So all you've done is just centralize the ace. You're now going to do a variation of the D'Amico spread. I believe it's Daniel Rod's handling, which I learned from a Jack Parker effect. So your 2 fingers go on top like so, so your index and your middle, and the thumb underneath. So you're basically going to do the actions of an Elmsley count. So as you turn the hand over, you execute the following actions. I'll show you face up like so. You literally just push those cards over. You're doing like a push off double. You can do it ever so slightly if you want, just so they can see clearance between the cards. And you notice the thumb is in contact with both cards at this point. But you do that as you turn the hands over like so. And you can see both cards get spread like this. Initially the cards probably will split in the doubles like so, but with sort of constant practice, you'll find you get, so to start with, you get a small little gap like this, and as you get more confident, you get the gap to spread like so. And you can use your fingers underneath to retract that card outwards if you do. So to produce the first ace, I literally shake my hands back and forth like this, and just move the thumb, just to bring the ace into view like this. But under the bigger motion hiding the smaller one, it looks like the ace just fabricates from nowhere, which is pretty impressive. So from this point, you're going to then go on to produce the 2. So I get a break whilst shaking over here, so this takes action away from here. I flip these face up, so I turn the spread and put those face up. So I now have a break under 4. So I'm going to take the first joker and side jog that on the deck like so. And this packet of 3 cards get placed on top of this, so you can then grip it underneath like so without changing the grip. I usually keep my ring finger here just so I can grip the cards without anything falling off. And then the nice thing about this is when you take off the top card again, the ace, you've instantly loaded the 2 between it. So I'll briefly describe that again. So you have the, so after you've done the little shake to produce the ace, you get a break under this card here. You display the packet and flip those face up. I grip the 4 cards like so. I peel the first card over like this, showing the first joker. I then grip that card underneath the spread and pick these 4 cards up as a unit. You can use your additional ring finger just to keep the card there. And I peel the top card off like so and place that off to the side. So I then do a Stuart Gordon style handling to turn the pack face up. And what this is you can see the ring finger and middle finger at the bottom and the thumb on the back of the packet. So my thumb goes down the back of the packet like so, just so I can align those cards upwards and then spread like so. But so you don't have to necessarily do the handlings. With the card spread like so, you can just tap the packet like so to square it, and then just use the fingers to spread the cards apart, which replicates the same visual conditions. I then take out the 2 like this, and as I'm placing the 2 down, I literally just push over the top 2, or thumb count the top 2 cards and get a break above these as I place the 2 down. So you've got perfect misdirections as you're placing the cards over here. Or you can, if you can't do a pinky count or anything like that, you can literally, because your arm is covering the motion like this, you can literally just push those over and get a break above 2, purely dependent on your preference. So you're now going to do a change of Richard Kaufman, I believe. So you take the first joker and place that on top of the 2 cards which are face to face here, and place this joker on top. Now I grip the packet with the middle finger here and the thumb here, and as I peel this card over, that naturally levers that packet over like so. So these fingers act as almost as a pivot point as this is taken to pivot this one over, so it can be gripped by the ring finger and shown like so. So it's quite economical in its design. But the cool thing now is you're going to instantly change 2 cards at once. Now you can vary how you do this. You can do like a paintbrush change, but the handling I use is you place the triple, in this case, on the side of the deck, and that is gripped very tightly with your thumb. And you notice the fingers, in this case the middle, index and ring, come in contact with the side over here. So I'm going to place those on here, so my thumb is on top and fingers underneath. These fingers literally just curl inwards as you shake the hands like this, and the cards just align, and you get the 2 cards like this. Okay, so I'll do the production once more. So flip this card face up, have the 2 jokers shown like this, and you place those on top of each other like this, and as that spins, you pull these cards inwards under the motion of shaking, and that's when they change, like so. So then place those off to one side. Okay, so the next point, you're going to reproduce the jokers at this point, which are currently face to face. And to do that, you simply just do a false cut and then execute Leonard Green's top shot again to produce those from there. Or again, there are a number of different moves. You can just slip cut and produce those however you like. And they go off to the side. Yeah. Okay, so we've just produced the jokers and set those off to one side. We're now going to produce the 5 to 8 during a cutting procedure. So you get a break above the 5 like so, through the pinky break, pinky count, whichever you prefer. You double undercut the 5, so undercut a small packet like so, and then place the other one on top, making the 5 go to the bottom like so. You're now going to get a break above 2 cards. You can do that by pushing over 2, riffling up the deck and establishing your break, however you wish to do that. You're now going to transfer this double to the center of the packet. Now the easiest method I've personally found for this is if you take a break like this, a thumb break like so, you undercut roughly about half of the left hand packet. You then use your left index finger to swivel the double straight into the center of the pack like so. So as you can see from this side, from the right thumb break, you're using your left index to pivot that double into the center of the deck like so, and then that lays flat. And then just as you coalesce these 2 halves, you push over and get a break under 1 card like so. Okay, so you've just swiveled the double into the center here, and as you come together, you push that card over and get a break, and keep a break between those 2 halves. And what that's done is place the 8 and the 6 on top of this half, and 5 here and 7 there, which looks confusing at this point, but when you break the action down now, it produces the cards in a quick succession. So this would be done with your hands like so, so they wouldn't be able to see the break. You're then going to simulate a cutting action, so as you come backwards, you release the thumb break from the table and make it look like you cut the deck. So use your, like so, just make it look like it's cut the pack. You then take the half that's closest to you and flip those over to show the 5. Let that sink in momentarily and say to the audience that you've also managed to find the 6. So it's a nice little double climax there. And then as you take the bottom card singly and place those off to the side, you then flip these halves over end for end, and you can instantly snap. Take the left hand card first, which is the 7, and the right, which is the 8. You place those off to the side like so. And if you place this the right hand half back on the left, everything is still in order. But something I throw in now and again just to look like you're mixing up the cards is, as you're coming over, just do a triple packet cut and place those down, so it looks like you've mixed up the deck, but everything again is still in order. So the next one you're going to do is the rising move for the 9, which I believe is an Ed Marlowe move. You kick cut about half the pack into your left hand like so, and so they're gripped with the 3 fingers along this side and the thumb on top. And you notice if you bow the, apply pressure with your fingers upwards and apply pressure down with the thumb, the cards start to bow like so. And using your index, you contact this front card, which is the rising move. Now what you do, you push downwards like this, and as the card starts to move, you push the card, you use your finger to almost push downwards like so, and what happens, you can see the card starts to flip around like this. But the movement from the back is like so. So I push the card inwards, and then my thumb starts to come, index up like so. You're pushing it in kind of a C, kind of an arc like this. But this would be covered from the front by your this hand executing a one-handed fan as you get the get ready here, and then you wave from the front as that card gets waved upwards. I mean, you can use any single card production you like just from the top, just to produce this card. That was just the one used in performance. And then you flip the deck face down, sorry, so now the 10 is on top. And you can use any single card production again. The one I used in performance was the Leonard Green Top Shot. So again, applying pressure like so and just firing that card to produce the 10. Now you're going to produce the Jack, Queen and King all at the same time, but under the pretense of just finding the Jack. So you say, I'm going to cut the deck and attempt to locate the Jack like so. You get a break below the top card of the Jack and you double undercut that to the bottom of the deck like so. So you can see the Jack here. Now on top of the deck you have the Queen face down and the King face up underneath that, so being careful not to expose that during these series of double undercuts. So you're then going to establish a kick cut like this into the left hand and you're going to jog this card forwards like this. So as you push this card forwards like so, these two halves align, and the situation you're in now is Jack here, the King here and the Queen there. Now this production was inspired by David Acker's lickety split production. He used it to produce 4 kings. I've just varied it slightly to produce the Jack, Queen and King. So you apply the pressure downwards with the left index finger like so, and 2 things are going to happen at once. I instantly put my right hand down like this as I lever these cards up like so. And what this causes the deck to do is, as the hand comes up, you see this levers the packet. I place this hand down just to catch the packet like this, and the Queen gets taken underneath. So I'll try to show that again at speed. So if I press down like so, it's going to lever the packets up and allow you to catch that in your right hand. The Queen gets pegged under like so, and the King is on top of the packet. We'll cover that in some more detail at the end. I'm going to take the Queen and place that on top, take the Jack, place that here, place this half underneath, just revolve those round, and place the Jack, Queen and King down like so. And at the end just throw in a false shuffle just to keep things congruent and to make it look like still mixing the deck, just as an offhanded effect. You then square the spades like so, and so that you've managed to find the spades. But obviously this wasn't your key objective, that you were trying to arrange those, but also again a few false cuts if you want to. You can then show the deck is in complete new deck order. So ace through to King of Hearts, ace through to King of Clubs, and ace through to King of Diamonds. And that is the DC suit production. Thank you. Okay, so I'm now going to describe a few false cuts which you can use in conjunction with the suit production that you've just learned. So the first one is the J-Ose false cut, which looks like so. You can give the deck 3 cuts and everything is still in new deck order. It's extremely simple to do and is a very discrepant move by J-Ose. So what you do, you have the deck in your dealing grip and you cut 1 packet down like so. You cut a small packet, or roughly about half of this one, to the right of this one, and then place the final packet to the right like so. And then you gather the cards up from left to right and everything remains back in order. So once again, I'll leave the card face up just so you can see. I have the small pack to the table like so. So this is the top half, you place the middle half just here, and then the right half here, and you then gather the packs up like so, which looks kind of strange on its own, but when you keep the flow in performance, you're just going to give the deck 3 cuts like so, and it really looks quite chaotic, and everything is still as it seems. The next cut we're going to teach is the Frank Thompson false cut, and there's 1 to the table and 1 in the hands. Again, you have the Joker on top, so on the bottom, and the Ace on top. The cut looks like so, so it looks like you're mixing the deck. You can do this as many times as you like, yeah, every card stays in order. So the work on this cut like this, you do a small packet cut like so. I then take that in the crotch of the thumb, and then as I place this underneath, I'm going to grip that packet with my ring finger like so. And then to make the next cut, I lift up my index finger like so. So you've instantly split this packet again. I then take the middle packet in the crotch of the thumb, take the top packet, place that in the middle, so on top like so, and then place the last packet, which grip a ring finger on top, and you have the Ace and the Joker, and everything is still in order. So once again, I'll turn this card out for clarity. Just a small swing cut like so. That's gripped by the ring finger as you make a second swing cut. You take the middle packet like so, take the top packet, place this one on top, and everything is still in order. So here is the third of the false cuts, which is also a Frank Thompson false cut. And the cut looks like so, and that retains every card in order. So the method for this is extremely simple, and if you've learned the in the hands version, this should come very easy. So you take you do a small swing cut into your left hand like so, and you break another packet, and as you take this with the left hand, you keep a break between the two packets, like so. You then tap this packet against the side of here, and just drop it back down, lift from the break, and then place this back on top, and that keeps every card in order. I'll show you once again. So you do a kick cut here, do one more keeping the break, tap this half as you place that back down, lift from the break, and this goes back on top. So just once again up to speed. Sorry, I'll show the card like this. Once up to speed, show the cards cut, and your card is back on top, and every other card is in new deck order. So here are the credits for the suit production routine. So my first exposure to this type of effect was Leonard Green, and then I've seen other handlings by people such as Ben Earl, Pepe Caro, Pete Wardell, and several other people have had their influence on my suit production. And I've compiled some ideas which I've got from other places, such as the new deck finish, and tried to add my own moves in there, like the starting sequence, which was slightly resemblant of a Bill Goodwin effect called Hold the Mayo. The middle curtain sequence is not something I've seen before. And then similar, like I said in the explanation, David Acker's Lickety Split for that production. And then the new deck order finish, which a lot of people have used. So yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for purchasing this Illusionist download. Hope you enjoyed the content. If you have any further questions on this, feel free to get in contact with me on the Illusionist forums. Alternatively, you can follow me on Twitter or ask me questions on my Facebook page, which will be dedicated to questions and answers and for any of the material you've seen today. So the details will be at the end of the video, but just want to say a heartfelt thank you and good night.